Okay, cool, guys. So I think we're gonna get started now. So let me just show you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. Cool. So I hope you guys are all well. I hope you guys have all had an amazing start to the week and making the most out of the last 10 days of this year. Before me and Jared go over how to handle objections effectively and the mindset when it comes to prospecting, can everyone write down one thing that they're grateful for in the chat box? Because it's so important that we show gratitude every single day and are thankful for the things in our lives. So yeah. Amazing. Cool. So I'm gonna get started, and I'm gonna be talking about objections and how to handle them effectively, and yeah, just to have that confidence in yourself when it comes to dealing with different prospects. Cool. So make sure you have your notes and pens ready because you don't want to miss this source. So okay, when it comes to handling objections, the more presentations you do and the more people expecting, you want to create an environment where it becomes effortless for the individual to sign up. You know, as you're finishing that presentation, you want them to be like, at the end of the call, you want them to be like, okay, like, wow. Get of objections from people, that's because your posture is weak, and that's what, and I almost spoke about this a lot yesterday, and it's so important that you have that confidence and your posture is strong. Like, you need to have this kind of atmosphere and persona in yourself that, look, this ship is sailing with or without you. Whether you get started today, like I'm Big Empire, so either you're with it or you're not. That's the kind of confidence you need to have in yourself when you're prospecting people. Like, you don't need to have this vibe where it's like, oh, why aren't you joining? And kind of like, you need to beg you to be on your team because you're doing them a favor by actually this opportunity. So if they go around in circles and give all these excuses as why they didn't so I'm now through a few like excuses to give when it comes to training effectively. Cool. So first is but I don't have the money. We get that a lot, and if you're getting this excuse a lot, it's because you have not found enough strong enough reason or a problem in that person's life that they think that the opportunity is going to be a solution. When someone's saying to you, oh, I don't, have enough money here, then you want to be like, okay, cool. If you don't have enough, like if you did have the money today to get started, and that's if we did board, would you be getting started with us? Now, what you're doing, you're kind of trying to suss out, okay, are they serious? Are they not? Also, if we decide to take you on, you're saying, okay, you might have the money, but that's if you our requirement, would you be getting started with us? Now, that person might be like, yeah, no, whatever. And then what you can further do is be like, 1 second, guys. I think my internet's a bit unstable. Give me 1 second.
While Hiba's sorting out her, her internet issues, whoever's excited for this call, drop some energy in the chat. Let's see who's excited for, Jared and Hiba to drop some energy, drop some fire on us, drop some knowledge on us.
Is that better now? I don't know if that's any better. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, so what you want to then further on do is you want to ask them like, wait a second, so you don't have £200 in your bank account? And you kind of want to ask it in a way where it's like, they almost to an extent feel embarrassed, like, you don't have £200 in your bank account to get started. And if they don't, then that's a huge problem in itself. So when you ask them that question, a lot of the time they'll be like, oh yeah, actually I do, or oh, like, I just have a few direct debits coming through, or maybe it's not payday yet. And a lot of the time when you ask someone that question, they'll it's surprising because 5 minutes ago they're saying, oh, I don't have this money, but then when you ask them this question, they'll then be like, oh, actually, you know what, I'll put it on the credit card, or oh yeah, no, I do have the funds to get started. So it's just about sussing out exactly like what is the real deal. But with some people, they might actually be broke, they might actually not have the £200 to get started, and if that's the case, then you have to ask them how short are they from getting started. And they'll say your amount, and let's say for example they're saying, oh, it's £80. So you then want to just further on double check and be like, okay, so if you had the £80 to get started today, am I right? Am I correct to think that you would be joining the team today? Because you want to have this posture like you don't want them to waste your time, because you can then tell them like, look, if you're short, I can help you plan out and map out how you can get that £80. But if you're just using this excuse because that's what you think I want to hear, then I'd much rather you just tell me no, like I don't want to get started, and we can go our separate ways with no hard feelings and it's calm. But if genuinely you are serious about getting started, then I can help you map that out. And a lot of the time they'll be like, okay, cool, like I am serious about getting started here, but like I do want to get the £80. And then if that's the case, then you want to map out, okay, how are they going to make that £80 for them to get started? And this can be through a lot of different ways. Like they can sell an old phone, an old iPad, like clothes, whatever. Like Shabazz got started by selling off his PlayStation, so they can do a lot of things. Then you kind of want to map out, okay, how long ideally is it going to take for this person to get to that £200? So let's say they say 10 days. So from today, when you had that meeting, you'll then set up a follow-up for when they said they'll be able to get those funds. Then you'll see in that follow-up, okay, do they now have the money to get started, or do they need more time? So that's what you want to do when it comes to handling money objections. The next one, okay, I need to think about it. Now, if you're receiving this objection, it's because you haven't created the urgency for that person to want to join. So in general, forget just this excuse in general, but you need to be creating that urgency that when that person is seeing you present and they're seeing this information, they need to think like, I need to join right now, otherwise like something is going to happen. Now, ways in which you can create urgency for the prospect is incentives. So let's just say, for instance, like now Riz has got the incentive going on where if you get started, you get a £30 to fund your trading account. So that could be an incentive. Or I remember during lockdown, we had an incentive, like if you hit P150, I think you got £50, something like that. Now, you could also create urgency through placements. So you could tell the prospect, look, for today only, if you get started now, I can position you in my team in a certain way, which will give you kind of an advantage to create momentum and just blow up your team yourself and do really, really well in this. But this offer only ends today. So they know, like if I don't get started today, then I'm gonna miss this advantage, and no one wants to be left behind. Everyone kind of wants that freebie, they want that heads up. So by saying that, then they're gonna be like, okay, they're gonna be more inclined to be wanting to get started there and then. And finally, proximity to mentorship. So with this, especially when it comes to your like warm market, let's say you give them a call and you could be like, look, like I have a certain proximity with this leader and this type of mentorship, and recently he asked me like, would I want to do this with anyone else, like any close friends? And the thing is, he's super duper busy and his schedule is really tight, but he said he would potentially consider anyone that I had. And when he said this, immediately I thought of you. How funny is that? Now, if you're telling me I need to think about it, the thing is, like, after I finish speaking to you, I need to phone back my mentor and tell him, like, are you getting started or are you not getting started? So I can't guarantee to you, or I can't promise that even tomorrow, if you decide to get started, or even in 2 days time when you decide to get started, that this type of mentorship is going to be available to you. So when you talk to somebody with this level of posture and you're telling them all of these things, they're thinking, like Heba's getting this mentorship, Heba's got this close with all this, successful people, like I want that too. Fear of missing out. People don't want to be left behind. So when you create this atmosphere, the person is instantly gonna want to sign up because they don't want to be left behind. And that's the thing, like you want to be saying, I can't promise, I can't guarantee. Like you need to be giving this type of posture to people when you're prospecting them and when you're closing them. Okay, cool. Next, it's not for me. Now, first of all, when it comes to it's not for me, it's literally a comment, because think about it, guys. Like, how can you say like making money from home is not for you? Like, you'd be stupid to think that. So it's literally a comment. And if someone's telling you it's not for me, it's because they don't trust you enough to tell you the real reason why they didn't join. Now, the way in which you can build trust and you can also build relatability, because a lot of people will say it's not for me if they feel like it's not relatable, if they feel like they can't do it themselves. So the way you want to do that is through the 3Fs: feel, felt, found. Now, how you do that? Let's say, for example, someone says they don't have enough time to get to invest into this. Right now, for me, whenever someone says this excuse, I can relate to it really well, because I felt like that when I first got started. So if someone's like, oh, Hiba, but you know what, I really like what you're saying and I really like this opportunity, but I'm scared that I don't have enough time to invest into this. Now, I'll then be like, okay, like, I understand where you're coming from. And I feel that because when I first got started, I was doing uni full time and I was also working in the healthcare sector, doing 40, 50 hour shifts during the lockdown, doing 12-hour night shifts, day shifts, and whatever. And I just felt like I didn't have enough time. But actually, you know, I progressed even with 30 minutes and 1 hour of my time every single day. And what I realized is that if I was tired of complaining about how much time I had and, you know, how broke I was, then I needed to change something. And if I wanted change in my life, I had to be that change. So if I needed to sacrifice a bit of time for the short term, for the long term gain of time freedom and financial freedom, I was willing to do that. Now, what you're doing there, you're telling them, look, I relate to how you're feeling. I was in your position. But you know what? I got started. I took that leap of faith just like you're about to too. And look at me, like I'm doing well. And, you know, you're also embedding that vision that, you know, this short-term sacrifices that you're going to have to make in the long term, it's going to benefit you. And you have to understand, guys, like when it comes to someone watching your presentation and you speaking to them about all of this, there's three main questions they're going to be asking themselves. They're going to be asking themselves, can I do what you're doing? Do I have the time to do what you're doing? And am I willing to do that for my friends, family, and neighbors? So they're thinking, okay, like Hiba's had this success, Hiba's doing well and all of this stuff, but can I do it? Can I duplicate that? And the thing is, guys, like all of us, when we first started, when we all were prospected to, yeah, we were excited and we took that leap of faith, but at the back of our minds, we all were a bit scared because at the end of the day, like it was new to us. So the same way in which us as a prospect, when we first got started, we were scared, that's how your prospect's feeling. So you have to put yourself in their shoes as well and then create that vision that you have, because we know the system works, the products work, you can become profitable and, you know, you can change your whole life with this. But that person doesn't know that. So the aim of the game is for you to, you know, show that person that this does work and that I can relate to what you're saying. But you know what, you need to take that leap of faith and, you know, you will see and reap the results. Okay, cool. I have to talk to my partner. Now, I remember a time ago getting a lot of these excuses and I wish I knew how to actually handle it. So when someone asks you, okay, I have to talk to my partner about it, you first want to be like, okay, cool. If you did show this to your partner and let's just say they said, oh, like I'm really busy, I haven't got time to, you know, see what you're showing me, but you know what, I trust you, and if you think this is going to benefit us, then you know what, go for it. And then, you know, ask them, would you get started now if they were to say that? Now, if they say no, like, oh, maybe I still have to do my research and all of this stuff, then you know that person was never serious on getting started. Because if they weren't 100% on getting started, they're going to go home back to their partner and talk to them about this, and then their partner's then going to embed all of this negativity about it and be like, oh, you only knew this person for this amount of time, like how can you even trust them? Or you know what, I've seen similar opportunities like this and they're all scams. So you then know through that question, okay, they weren't serious. And if people aren't serious, it's fine, guys. Like a no, it doesn't mean not, like a no shouldn't be a bad thing. Like it's an opportunity for you to learn. And also no doesn't mean a no, it just means not right now. But if, however, they say yes, like that would make me feel good and all I need is that reassurance, then you want to proceed to be like, okay, if that's the case, let me help you get that reassurance and help you get your partner on board. Now, what you'll do next, you can do one of two things. One, you can either set up a follow-up where you and the prospect and their partner, you go through a freeway, present the plan to both of them and show them everything and get them both signed up. However, what you can do, which I think would be much better, is to get that person started straight away, to launch them straight away, to welcome them into the team, to just embed all of that vision into them and, you know, show them how it all works, so that when they go home, they're going to go home with all of this excitement, all of this energy. And when they talk to their partner, be like, yo, like, I'm so excited, I'm so pumped, I'm so gassed because I saw some mind-blowing information in today. And, you know, I know this is going to change our lives, and I know this is going to benefit us in so many different ways. And I just want to tell you, like, look, we're good now. And I just felt like this information was so good that I just had to sign up straight away. Now, if you feel like, you know, you're not with it and stuff like that, that's absolutely fine. But, you know, I want to at least show you why I got started and present to you exactly what it is that I'm now doing. Now, you know, your spouse comes to you back home with this level of energy. Of course, the partner's going to be like, damn, like, why are they so excited? Why are they so pumped for? Like, I need to get on what they're doing. And fear of missing out, they're probably most likely going to end up joining as well because they don't want to be left behind. So yeah, that's how you deal with spouse and like partner excuses. The next one, it's a pyramid scheme. Now, if someone says it's a pyramid scheme, you want to ask them, okay, what do you think a pyramid scheme is? And you almost want to ask it like you're unsure, like in a kind of confused tone, like, okay, but in your eyes, like, what do you think a pyramid scheme is? And they'll go on to explain what they think a pyramid scheme is. And, you know, then you'll respond with, okay, like, a pyramid scheme is illegal and this is what it is, and explain it. And I think when someone says it's a pyramid scheme, a lot of the time in the past, I've just seen it's just a lack of education. Like, the person needs to be educated, because sometimes one person will say, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, and their friend will just believe them and think, oh, 100% that it's a pyramid scheme, when obviously it's not. So it's just about you as, you know, the person prospecting them, to educate them on the fact that it's not. So you want to tell them, like, look, 90% of the company's database is just students, that people are just plugging into the product, they're plugging into the system, people are not networking. Like, it's something completely optional. Like, you don't have to do it at all. But who doesn't want an extra stream of income? Who doesn't want to be, you know, getting residuals every single week? And if they continue persisting that it's a pyramid scheme, then just tell them about Amarul and Akif's story. Like, Amarul signed up Akif, and Akif went on to become chairman, and Amarul was P2K. So that's a clear example that this ain't a pyramid scheme. Cool. Now, finally, for those prospects wasting your time. Now, we've all been there. Prospects will be wasting your time, going round in circles, just giving you so much BS as to why they can't join, or why they think this, or why they think that. And if you're feeling like that, first of all, you got to think, guys, that your time is very, very valuable. You need to give this persona that you're a very busy person, and so is your mentor. So the prospect needs to value your time. And if they're just giving you a lot of crap, you just want to ask them, look, are you looking for a way in, or are you looking for a way out? Because let's say, for instance, they're saying, like, I have to do my research. We've all heard that excuse before. So if someone says, look, I have to do my own research and then I'll get back to you, you want to be like, look, are you looking for a way in, or are you looking for a way out? Because if you're saying you want to do your research just so you can find something negative to say and say, hey, but this is why I can't join because of X, Y, Z, then you know what? You will find something negative to say, because that's just how human nature is. Human nature works like anything, any subject, any opportunity. Any person will find something negative to say about something, and that's because of a lack of education. Maybe they were not coachable, maybe they weren't consistent, you know, maybe they just didn't have the right mindset. And that's why we in our team, we're so picky about who, you know, gets started with us. And, you know, you have to tick certain requirements to avoid this type of thing. So I need to ask you, like, are you looking for a way in, or are you looking for a way out? Because if it's a thing where you just want to make an educated decision and you just need further information, that's fine, I'll go through further information. But if you're just wasting my time and you're just trying to find something negative to say because you're not serious, then I'd much rather you just say, no, Hiba, I'm not interested, so I can cross you off my list and continue working with the people who are actually serious. And, you know, there'll be no hard feelings or anything like that. And then straight away, you know, is that person serious, or are they just wasting your time? So, you know, if any time you feel like, okay, someone's wasting your time, someone's just taking the piss, hit them up with the, are you looking for a way in, or are you looking for a way out? And that way you can avoid going round and round and round in circles. Now, I just want to end off my bit with just saying, guys, like, if someone says no to you, like, don't be attached to the final outcome when it comes to prospecting. If someone says no, like, it's fine. If family and friends are giving you crap and just saying it's a scam and you shouldn't be doing this and all of this stuff, don't, give in to that, because at the end of the day, right, there's 7 billion people in this world. If one person says no, if 2 people say no, if 3 people say no, so what? It doesn't matter. There's all of these people for you to prospect. If your warm market are giving you a hard time, go cold prospect. Go to the mall, go to the supermarket, go prospect people. There's people that want an opportunity like this. So if one of your friends are just telling you you shouldn't do it and are not supporting you, that's absolutely fine. And just, have this energy like some will, some won't. So what? Next. Like when you go in with that type of energy every single day to every presentation, every overview, like you will reach your goals. So yeah, that's everything from me, guys. I hope you've taken value from that. And before I give it over to the next speaker, just a reminder that we have a trading call at 10 p.m. So you don't want to be missing out on all of that source there. But now I'm going to pass it over to Gerard, who's going to be going over the mindset when it comes to prospecting. So can we all show some love and some energy for him? And yeah, Gerard, whenever you're ready, take it away.
All right, what's up, guys? Yo, everybody thank Hiba. That was a great call. That was a great call. Put some ones in the chat if you're here, guys. Fires and ones. All right, word. Let's get started. Straight off with mindset. Now, this is going to be one of the most important things, whether you're prospecting or trading or just in general in life, right? When it comes to bringing new people into your business, your mindset is key. Just like with trading, if you don't have discipline, have the correct risk management, you will fail long term, right? So let's get started by making sure you're in a state of abundance. When you're wealthy, when you have everything you want, when you've fulfilled your why, you will be forced to appreciate life and appreciate all the blessings. So why not just start appreciating that now? And that's why every single morning I have my affirmations. I say what I'm grateful for. Anyways, moving on. The keys to being in a state of abundance, having a beginner's mindset, right? So when you're doing anything in life, right, you want to keep that beginner mindset. Otherwise, you will stop progressing. A great example is when Omar was presenting a call, right? Asim was actually taking notes. Now, Omar is a P600 and Asim is a P5000, right? Asim is in that state of abundance. He has that beginner's mindset. Next, organizing all aspects of your life, right? Your calendar, everything should be organized. Your workspace should be neat. Your mental has to be right. You need to be in the right mentality to get started, right? Third, sharing your knowledge, right? No one has ever become poor by giving. Show support to everyone around you, whether they're in your downline, your upline, other legs, regardless. Just show love to everyone. Number 4, stop comparing yourselves to others, guys. Put time and energy into improving yourself. Comparing yourself to others isn't going to do anything but help you and bring negative thoughts, right? Now, the last key to being in a state of abundance all the time is just focus on what's working, right? And don't focus on what's not working, guys. Like, I can't explain to you like enough how much just me being able to switch up, whether it was, like my script you know, I have a script or what I was saying to people. I mean, it took me, I went through 50 people and 4 different scripts to get my first person. So, you know, it doesn't just come like that. I mean, you can get lucky. You know, one of my students hit P150 in one day. Shout out Bobby. I hope he's in this call. But yeah, guys, just focus on what's working and don't focus on what's not, right? You know, another main thing is change the way you think. A lot of you guys don't fully understand the platform that you're given and the potential it gives people, right? You have the answer. You don't just have one answer, you have multiple. You have Forex, crypto, e-commerce, education, along with daily live education and signals all in one place. That's the full package. You are the full package. Start acting like that. Start acting like that. You have to start acting like you're the full package. Once you realize that, you can talk about this like it's the greatest thing ever. And it is a blessing, right? It's a blessing. At the end of the day, it's a blessing. And you're literally giving somebody a ticket to financial freedom. You need to have confidence in yourself because it'll naturally make the potential student more confident in their decision about joining you, right? They're not going to join you if you're not confident about what you're saying. They're going to think, you know, this is a scam. I can't make this work. You know, you need to be confident. I can't stress it enough. You don't have to convince anybody, right? You're not convincing anybody to join you. You are simply just presenting information, and whether they like the information or not, that's going to be based on how you present it, right? And, you know, the last thing with mindset is just being consistent, guys. You know, when it comes to being successful, it's all about consistency, right? You could hit up 50 people one day and then go a week without hitting anybody, right? So I like to set, you know, I have a 6-month goal, right? To hit up everybody in my war market, which happens to be around 1,100 people on my Instagram, right? This requires me to hit up 6 people a day without failure. It takes 20 seconds for me to send a voice message, 5 minutes total out of my day. Now I got the prospecting done. All I have to wait is for them to respond, right? And another thing, guys, you got to be consistent with your, you know, your prospecting, but also be consistent with your trading. Be consistent with showing up to go lives. Call everybody in your downline every single day. Make sure that your team is active every single day, because if you stay consistent with your team, they will stay consistent with theirs, right? You have to keep yourself and the people around you accountable. And that is honestly like the biggest thing, right? There's so many people in this company. You need to find somebody, it doesn't matter who, whether it's your mentor, whether it's somebody in your downline, whether it's, you know, somebody in another leg, just find somebody that keeps you accountable to hitting your goals every single day. And, you know, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you. Everybody enjoy that? All right, word. That's lit, y'all. If you guys wanna hit me up on Instagram, I'm about to drop my Instagram in the comments.